Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Lisa. In today's video I have another update of my Panda palette of 2025, and the palette that I have been working on this year is by Sleek and it's in Au Natural. And I'm gonna show you now what the palette looked like at the start of the year, and what it looked like last month, and what it looked like now. And this is what the palette looks like now. And as you can see, I have finished 2 shades and hit pan in another one. So I hit my goal that I set at the beginning of the year to hit pan in all the shades, and I have done that. And I know that I'm not gonna finish this whole palette by next year, but I am gonna try to finish this shade up and this shade and see if I can do that. And I will be working on this palette again for 2026 because I want to finish the palette so it can leave my collection. And I will also be working on new palettes, and I've put a poll up on my on the post and the community tab of YouTube, and you can vote for the palette that I will be working on for next year. So if you haven't voted yet, then please do, it would help me out. And I'm gonna go over all the usage of each of the shades now. There are no names for this palette, so I call them shade 1 all the way to shade 12. And shade 1 was already finished, that's this one. And I finished this one after 55 uses. Shade 2 was already finished, and I finished this one after 28 uses. Shade 3 was already finished, and I finished that one after 61 uses. And then this is shade 4. I've used it 9 times this month, and I already had 28 uses, so in total I've used this 37 times in the project, and there is still a little bit left, and hopefully I can finish that one up by next month. And then shade 5, I've used this one 6 times, and I already had 37 uses, so I've used this 43 times in total in this project, and it's finished now. And then shade 6, I've used this one 18 times this month, and already had 130 uses, so in total in this project I've used this 148 times. This is shade 7. I've used this 6 times this month and already had 23 uses. In total I've used this 29 times, and it's finished now. And this is shade 8. I've used this one 9 times this month and already had 5 uses on it, so in total in this project I've used this 14 times. And as you can see, I've hit pan now. Then shade 9. I've used this one 3 times this month and already had 40 uses, so in total in this project I've used this one 43 times. And then shade 10. This one was already finished, and I've finished this one after 34 uses. And then shade 11, I've used this one 6 times this month, and I had 29 uses, so in total in this project I've used this 35 times. And then the last shade, shade 12, I've used this one 15 times this month and already had 110 uses, so in total in this project I've used this 125 times. I know for a fact that I won't be finished this palette up by the end of the year. We only have 1 month left, but I think my focus will be to try and finish this shade and this one. Then for next year I will just have to be focusing on these 4 shades. But we will see how far I get. And thank you all for watching. I hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!